Speaking of which, so you actually brought this up to me, right? You said that the Romanian government is actually quite insane, is that right? Like that's to do with like
Yeah,
restricting stuff, so go ahead. Go ahead indeed.
I want to talk about the Romanian government.
Yeah, cool. Do
Oh, okay, okay. So in Romania, the government it's extremely corrupt. Like I'm pretty sure the EU gave them like $1 billion for forest or something,
ooh.
forest preservation, something I don't even remember. And then it just went missing in that week, I think. And there's no doubt that the politicians took it, but they keep denying it all the time. In Romania, bribery is like very common. So I
Mm,
don't know what else to say, but just say it's like one of the most corrupt areas on the planet, but
yeah.
that's what makes it good as well.
Uh, I actually, because I think I brought up to you how insane like Scotland has become with its freedom of speech and all that. Because I think Romania does the same thing, doesn't it? Is that right?
Freedom of speech.
Yeah, or like freedom and all that stuff.
Romania is a very, very, very free country
Uh,
in terms of what you can say and stuff.
okay. It's just more like I think it's just more like government decisions. Then it's not necessarily like freedom of speech stuff.
Yeah, that's Romania, but it's Romania is more like a religious country, so they value stuff more than other
Oh
places
yeah,
value some things, especially compared to Scotland, which is like communist state at this point.
I actually do. I just it's weird why it's became that way because it's like
Uh,
you'd never expect like
no one knows.
I under like it's becoming more obvious that it's became that way. It's just unnecessary. That's all. It really is unnecessary. I think I did an entire episode about that, the whole Scottish freedom of speech stuff. I incorporated it into an episode anyway. So, but yeah, I just think like I don't really follow it anymore because it's tiring, but it still is a thing that like yeah, you should be able to say whatever you want online. It's just a given, man. Like the internet has been going on for ages, and people literally like these 10 years ago, right? Whatever, in these forums, these online spaces, people used to say the N word, the F word, the other F word, the f- the fagot, right? We'll just say that so we don't get that age restriction or whatever will happen. So the fagot, the N word, all of that. People said that ages ago. Nothing happened. Nobody like took it seriously because it's all just trolling. And then as the years gone by, oh, let's make society politically correct. Let's just do that. Okay, we'll just do that. Make sure it happens. And then all of a sudden, Scotland comes around and follows that trend, and it does the same old thing as these other countries that want to restrict your rights for things online, right? You could make the argument that death there's a whole death threats thing, right? I think death threats are terrible, right? Don't do that. But if you but like you could just make 12 million accounts, right? So what is the point of just trying to jail somebody for that? It's the laziest attempt to actually get police officers out there and doing something for the world. So that's kind of my thoughts on that sort of thing. It's just really dumb.
It is, it is.
Uh, and I was gonna like I have this friend, right? Well, I do have a friend who has some interesting views on the world, but I feel like if I made an episode about that, it'd get a bit spicy. So I don't like really spicy to the point where it'll be good for YouTube. So
Yeah, it'd
yeah.
be pretty bad.
So you had to
I was
alternate.
gonna say, do
Oh
you
yeah.
think it's because like
Oh sorry.
the culture is pretty bad, or is it just like I don't know, people have gone insane?
I actually think that I think people just gone insane because they've took advantage of, oh, we could try and be the next we could try and just be as correct as possible. We should try and be politically correct, blah 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 blah, because they notice that these other countries are doing it. So why don't we follow them? And that was my whole point. Because as I said, it just kept going on and on and on, trickle around to that circle jerk. Let's just jerk all around, and basically let's all try and be these absolute strict countries, all in the same table. Do you know that meme where you have this council meeting, right, where there's these people sitting, right? It's like
Yeah.
that. It's like, oh yeah, let's all just come together and think the same. Let's be this beehive mind that, yeah, there's a queen of this. Let's follow her and let's just be sheeps and let's just absolutely think, not even think for ourselves and that stuff. And it's really, really
Just be
weird.
sheeps to the system.
Wait, what were you saying?
Just be sheeps to the system.
Yeah, and it's just like they just want to force it down your throat as well. It's just like they said, oh, let's be correct, let's be correct, let's be nice, let's be nice. Yeah, you take down hate, right? I know we've all had those comments, right? We've all been made fun of, we've all been bullied, but come on, dude. It is a digital thing. It's not like 3-degree murder, right? This is the biggest problem with the fact that these p words only get 10 years in jail. They should be absolutely getting life sentence, right? Whereas in Scotland, right, with this hate crime bill that I mentioned, right, I remember the putting these spicy memes up could get you into jail for 7 years, which just blows my mind. I still want to believe, right? I still want to have that justifiable copium that is actually not real, but I honestly think it is real, man. It is. Oh, it is really real. I think. So it is a yeah. And what I meant by
I
just
check.
yeah, what I meant by like justifiable copium was like just justifying that I'll cope with this. I'll be hard. It'll be hard to cope with this, but it's just like yeah. I think I should. I really think I should find it hard to cope with that because it's ridiculous. So yeah. Do you have anything else to say, or
Hmm?
do you have anything else to say?
Anything else to say? No, I just think like people just keep jumping into the same bubble and just
Yeah,
try to copy each other,
yeah, man.
try to look the best in each other's viewpoints, and try to outdo each other's weakness and everything.
Yeah, man. Like, so yeah, this was a very interesting.
What else?